Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Welcome to day 2 of the 12 days of Waxmas. So we're doing 12 nights of earwax videos leading up to and including Christmas night. So we've got 2 patients in this compilation for you today. This first patient, lovely lady, came through feeling quite blocked up in both ears, has to have her ears cleaned out at least once every year. Lady does suffer a little bit with balance issues. There's a slight weakness to the balance on one side compared to the other. So we're going to be a little bit more cautious here when we're removing the wax. Now we can see from this first ear here, we've got this really sticky, slightly hardened plug here. So we've just got a good grip on this now with the standard size ulnar tube. Really wiggling this back and forth, trying to maneuver it out the ear canal. There you go. Sort of drawing it left, right, up, down, just to try and get this moving. There we go. And we've got these little circular motions now. There we are. There's the wax coming out. You can see underneath the plug, there's this slightly lighter layer. Now that's a piece of dry skin, and that's the reason this plug has been settled in here. It actually dried around. You can see the remnants of the dry skin to the bottom of the canal there. The eardrum itself looks perfect, a really lovely looking eardrum. So we just need to do a bit of tidying up around the outside edge here. But where the wax had tried to migrate down the ear canal, and it actually got caught on some dry wax and then hardened around it. So it meant that that wax just wasn't going to go anywhere. So you can see now we're just taking these looser bits of dry skin, dry bits of wax away here as well. There we are, there's another little bit of loose skin here at the base of the canal. So you can see what we're opting to do here. We've got the fine end on here just so we can be a little bit more accurate with where we're doing our suction. But what we're doing here is dropping over the top of the dry skin and the remnants there and drawing towards us while just putting a bit of gentle pressure on the canal. Now from yesterday's video, you'll know that the gentleman in that video really struggled with sort of having any pressure on the canal, but that's because it was really deep. On the outer portion of the ear canal here, we're surrounded by cartilage, a bit more flexibility to the skin, slightly bigger fatty layers underneath as well. So it means you can tolerate more pressure on the ear canal, which is what we're doing. So you can see we're just working our way around that entrance to the canal now. All the looser bits of skin and debris all coming away really nicely. There we are, slowly working our way down. Just generally tidying up in here now. The patient was perfectly happy to have this done, didn't experience any discomfort. You can see we've got this layer of dry skin here at the top, so we're just going to wiggle this back and forth just to remove that section. And the next section as well. When you're using the fine end, especially when you're suctioning skin, it's better for skin, I feel, especially looser bits like this. You don't get as much whistling coming through, which can happen when you suction skin through the standard size ulnar tube. But yeah, it does kind of help to bring this out. The only downside is when you do take some skin off, it blocks the suction really quickly because it's such a fine aperture on the end. So we're just going to slowly draw all of this down, tidy up right the way around the outside edge. We've done a full circle around the ear canal now, taking all the looser pieces away. Obviously, when the patient then has the next bath or shower, those last couple of little bits will come away. As I said before, eardrum looks absolutely perfect. Really, really good eardrum. Smooth, pearlescent, hammer bones clearly visible, slightly translucent, all looking good. So this is the patient's second ear now. You can see you've got this really dark plug of wax in here as well. It's right on the outside edge. So we're going to stick with the standard size ulnar tube here. And we're just going to lift this It's just slowly coming away. We've got to detach this from the canal wall. You can see how firmly stuck this was to the canal wall. But as soon as you lift from that one side, that's it. It all comes away really nicely. Lovely. There we are. It's coming away. You can see that slightly lighter material underneath. That's that layer of dry skin under there as well. So the same issue on this second ear, but all come away. And when we take a look at that, it came away really cleanly. There's a little bit there to the left-hand side. The eardrum itself looking really good in this patient as well. Oh, just let you know, guys, if you've never come across the channel before, we post new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time. So if you're not subscribed already, then please consider subscribing. It's a good time to subscribe at the moment because we've got our 12 days of Waxmas on as well, so you're getting a video every night at the moment. We also produce short videos as well, guys, which talk about ear anatomy. So stay tuned for those because they're really interesting as well. So you can see we've got a really good eardrum there. It's lovely, shiny, pearlescent, good light reflex, all looking fab. So this is what we removed. I remember to do it this time. You've got 3/4 of an inch or just under 2 centimeters, say, or a centimeter and 3/4, let's call it that. So quite big plugs on both sides there. So this is the second patient in this video. Now this patient came through very sticky type of earwax. So the suction tube wasn't really going to cut the mustard with this one. It's just going to keep blocking the suction. So we opted for the Jobson Horne instead. And you'll see here as we're pulling down, it's just folding this wax forwards. So we're managing to get just behind it, roll this down the canal. There we are. You can actually see how sticky it goes right the way in. And as we're drawing this out, you can see that section here around the Jobson Horne. As we're drawing this out, it's just folding everything out. There we are. And we pull the next section, it draws the next piece down. There we are, trying to get it all together. There we go. If we lift this up, you can see it was really kind of light and sticky in nature. It's got this kind of almost honey colored wax. You tend to find these honey waxes are either really dry or really sticky. I think they probably start off quite sticky and then turn really dry as the longer you leave it in there. But we're just tidying up around the outside edge now. You can see we've got this little sticky natured wax stuck to the bottom right into the bottom of the canal here, just at the entrance. We'll just take those few pieces away. We're using the side of the Jobson Horne here, so we're not putting the end, pressurizing the end down because it can be quite uncomfortable for the patient. So we're just using the side pieces here just to remove this. And this last little bit here got to come away. There we are. And just a little piece to the left side. So we're just going to slowly work our way down. You can see it's just chipped away. There we go. Perfect. I'm just tidying up just this little bit here. See if there's any more looser sections that can come away. Lovely. Now if we take a look behind that, oh, there's a little bit stuck to the top left corner. You just saw that. Now you couldn't see that before because it was hidden behind those cilia there, but we're just going to grab that last little piece there. And there's a little bit stuck to the roof. So we're going to alter the orientation of the Jobson Horne there so we can get rid of this piece. There we go. Lovely. And we'll take a look at the eardrum. You can see these slightly grey patches to the left and right of the eardrum, and the light reflex is a little bit diffuse. You get these kind of grey patches. It happens with age. So as we get a little bit older, you'll start to notice these little grey patches coming through. So we've got 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch and 1/16 for the US crowd. There you go. So you can see there that it's all this kind of really honey colored, sticky natured wax going on in there. So there we are, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was day 2 of the 12 days of Waxmas. We shall see you tomorrow for day 3. As always, guys, take care of yourselves and one another, and I shall see you again tomorrow.